and welcome to February. So, who do we have on? Let's go back and check. Well, there's a lot of people on already. Looks like Joseph Sunderland is the very first person. 7 degrees there, but expecting 20 over the next 4 days. Olia's on. Welcome, Olia. It's cold in Poland, but more than zero. See what else we have. Roger's on in Athens. Christopher's on in the UK. Bart's on in Poland too. Welcome, Bart. Isabel's on in Chile, 22 degrees Celsius. Very nice. It is minus 10, I think, right now here in Moncton. Joe is on. So first off, before I go any further, and Sarah's on in Germany too, and Lila's on in the US. All right. Before I get any further, Joe, happy birthday. Today's Joe's birthday, Wolfman Collectibles. Yesterday, I was remiss. Yesterday was Joe's mother's birthday, Donna Miller, on the 31st. So I'm going to say happy birthday, happy belated birthday to Donna as well. Oh, Donna's on as well here. So Donna and Joe, happy birthday to both of you. Sorry, I forgot to put it in yesterday's video, but when I thought of it, I quickly sent a message to Donna apologizing for not wishing her a happy birthday on the actual day. But happy birthday goes out to both of you. The other thing that I was lost in doing yesterday was the limerick. I forgot Stephen's limerick. It wasn't his fault. He sent it to me in the morning before I shot my video. I printed it off. I didn't put it with my mail. So when I went to go do the mail, it wasn't in my brain to do it. And we had such a large amount of mail that came in last week. It just got lost in the shuffle. So before I go too far into anything else too, I want to do Stephen's limerick. I said I would do it for him. He's not showing he's on right now. So maybe he'll pop on. Maybe he's already in bed. But here we go. He said, historical legendary limerick number 5. Marco Polo once went on a trip over land, for he didn't have a ship. When he got to Cathay, 'twas enough for one day, so he sat down some green tea to sip. All right, so that's his family-friendly historical limerick. Once again, I apologize, Stephen, for not including it in the Friday's video. I'm sure that many of you, when you watch the Friday's video, you look forward to that limerick. So yeah, I apologize, and I apologize to anyone out there about their birthdays too, Donna and Joe. So hopefully, Joe, you have a great birthday today, and Donna, hopefully you had a great birthday yesterday. Welcome, Ellie in England. She's on now too. Good limerick, yes, good. What was devastating? That I forgot all those things? Yes, I was having a moment for sure. I don't know what was happening with me yesterday. Basil's on too in India. I don't think I caught him. I think I said Lila. Maybe I didn't, but Lila's on as well in the United States. Wow, we got a lot of people on right off the bat. 15 people. I guess we're making for a good... Oh, there's Media, and she's in Estonia right now, not in Finland. She's watching some skating. So that's really good. She even got to meet a skater today, she was saying, so that was great. Yeah, so there. I'm caught up on yesterday's stuff that I had a brain meltdown or something. Maybe my brain was frozen from all this cold temperatures that were here. But I think we're caught up now. So today, what are we going to do? Well, it is the first of the month, so there will be a video coming out today on top of the live stream, which normally I just do a live stream on Saturday and there's no video, but there is going to be a video coming out. The Stamp of the Month video is coming out today, so I've been working on that. So after we're done the live stream, it should be available for you guys to watch shortly after. It's just going through its YouTube checks and things right now, but it's been filmed, it's been edited, and ready to go. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that, if you're into stamp collecting, that is, or if you're into just watching my videos. I appreciate it. What else? Oh, Stamp versus Stamp. Snail Mail with Smokey and I have come up with a theme for this video. We've got a rough outline of what we're going to do. Smokey's already created the thumbnail for it, so tomorrow I probably will put some time in, as well as maybe doing a little post-crossing, but I'll put some time into trying to get some things shot for that, where I send some video clips to Smokey and he sends some to me. We kind of have to get those done beforehand so we can organize what we're going to do. So that video will come out sometime next week. I always find the end of a month and the starting of a new month are really busy with putting out videos, just because of the commitments that I've made to have certain videos out at certain times. So if I'm a little quieter than normal, not in this video because it seems like I'm yelling at you, but if I'm a little quieter on any sort of messages or delayed getting back, that's why I've been working on a lot of videos. So in North Carolina, Joe says it's 33 degrees Celsius. It's nice and warm. Joseph says, I'm surprised that Rob's not on you. What? What are we talking about? I'm on. You guys are seeing me, right? All right. Okay, yes, you're seeing me. Good, good. You see me. Good. I was thinking for a minute that I had talked for the last 6 minutes and you guys weren't even registering that I was on. I was just very confused with Joseph's comment there about not seeing me yet. Must have read an old message for sure. Okay. Maybe it just popped into the feed. I've got it up to date now. Oh, and usually it has a countdown for me right up until time to go. So when it gets to 0, it goes live. So it is up to date when I go live. Basil got some nice things in the mail, I guess. It's good. The Invisible Man. Yeah, maybe this is my cloak of invisibility that I'm wearing. I didn't know that. Okay, Olia wants to know if anybody celebrates Valentine's Day on February 14th and how. I can tell you we celebrate it because my wife Shanda's birthday is Valentine's Day, so it's kind of a catch-22. I can never forget her birthday, that's for sure, but restaurants and things like that are always so expensive on Valentine's Day, so her birthday is an odd time to celebrate it on Valentine's Day. But yes, it gets celebrated here. I don't know about anybody else, but we remember the 14th. Christopher celebrates it. My mother always said with things like Mother's Day or Valentine's Day that were kind of contrived holidays by, card companies like Hallmark or wherever, reasons to get you to buy candy from chocolate stores or flowers and things like that. She would rather us tell her that we love her on a random day, or do something special for her, whether it was even just washing the dishes that day as children and things like that. That's how she would rather have it, rather than having a specific day to tell you that that's the day that you have to tell someone how much they mean about you. So my mom wasn't really into Mother's Day or even birthdays and things like that for herself, but she would just want to be appreciated randomly. Ellie says she watched her latest video. I'm one video behind on Olia's. I saw today that she put out one about incoming postcards. I did get to watch that one. I didn't see her decorating one yet, so I still have to watch that. Ida Marie says Franklin Roosevelt designed a stamp for Mother's Day. Donna says we try to celebrate. I love to send out cards to my grandkids and family. One year we had a dinner for some of our friends that didn't have significant others. That was fun. That's a nice way to do it. Welcome, Carla in Mexico. They celebrate Valentine's Day. Normally couples celebrate by going out to restaurants, bouquet of flowers, stuff like that, but we also celebrate with friends and having picnics and all that. Well, we wouldn't want to have a picnic in the snow here, but certainly the other things people do, go to restaurants and flowers and chocolates. And Basil's not a fan of Valentine's Day. Roger had his air conditioners cleaned today. Okay, is that a good price? 20 euros each. Item resends out some cards. There we go. So some of you celebrate Valentine's Day. Some of you don't. Some of you have significant others, and some of you don't. So it's one of those holidays that is controversial, I think. A Valentine's art workshop. That sounds fun. I'm hoping today's Stamp of the Month video, speaking of Valentine's Day and all the other things, fits in nicely with all the things you guys are talking about now. It looks like it's ready to go live. I won't make it go live while we're still talking because I don't want you to stop this and go watch that instead. So you'll have to wait till after and I'll make it go live. But it is done in the background, I think. I'll just run a couple checks. So what else are people doing today? Here, my sister and family are in town, so they're going to pop by probably after the live stream is done for a minute. So we'll get to have a little bit of visit with them, and then we're going to have to go out to do our weekend grocery shopping. That will be fun and exciting to do. Looks like Ellie and Olia are having a back and forth conversation. Oh, Charmaine in Maine says she wasn't going to be able to be on today. She had to go to a celebration of life for someone she knows in her guest. So sad day for her for that. But I thank her for letting me know and posting out there that you guys won't be doing it. That we won't be seeing her today, rather. Isabel's having lunch at work. Okay, so a little bit of a lunch break. You get to be on and watch at the same time. Item Marie's doing a little shopping after this. Okay, looking for some fun stuff. Sarah's been watching Alice in Borderlands, so I talked about that. Did I talk about that yesterday's video? I don't know when I ramble on things when it comes out. My wife and I just finished season 2, so we're waiting for season 3 to come out for that. It is a Japanese kind of game, but also some sort of a fantasy reality. It's interesting though. I'm glad to hear, Sarah, you're enjoying it. Donna and Joe are going out to get birthday freebies and then take your sister-in-law to the bank and out. So you got some errands to run, but I'm glad you get to celebrate a little bit. Maybe have a piece of cake or something. Whatever you indulge in. Christopher, I did say that yesterday. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Was on Wednesday? Oh, our You Choose. Oh, okay. Wednesday's live. Welcome, Dawn. Welcome, Gary. Carla's going to her Japanese class. Okay, cool. Well, maybe you can watch Alice in Borderlands in its original language. I watch it with subtitles. I don't like to watch Korean or Japanese or Chinese shows in dubbed. I don't like the way that it comes out in English, but it doesn't match up with the lips, so I'd rather watch it in its original format and just have subtitles at the bottom. So that's what I tend to do. Jane's here. Welcome, Marzi Cat. It's always nice to have someone pop in and say hello. I like the fact that quite a bunch of our crew are here. I'm not sure where Joe in India is this time. Basil, you might have reached out to him already. You usually do, so thank you for that. Like I said, I think Stephen must be sleeping and Charmaine isn't able to be on today. Basil also likes to watch with subtitles and shows. Thank you, Basil. We're on 19 people with 8 thumbs up here. Oh yeah, one of the other things I should do is I should check out the poll. I didn't check out recently to see how our message is coming along in the poll. So we have 37 people who have responded to it already. That Dad Guy crew is leading at 46%, with That Dad Guy gang at 30%, and That Dad Guy family at 24%. So hopefully over the next week, we'll have a bunch more people get in and vote on that poll, and let me know how you feel so we can see who the top 2 are going into the final round. Gary's getting a dusting of snow there. Okay. That's fine. I do that Carla gets to translate manga or anime episodes. It's fun. That dad guy Army. Who? Nah, I don't want to be an Army. Mind you, I watch Beard Meets Food on YouTube. He's a British competitive eater. I've definitely talked about him before, and he calls, or his followers that watch are called the Beard Army. So Army could have been an option at one point, I guess. Christopher's in favor of that dad guy crew, which is currently winning. Oh, Joe's been away at a philatelic exhibition. The poll for voting should be on the main page when you go to your YouTube and you bring up my channel. It's either on that main page or you might have to click the community tab and you can vote there. Ellie wants to know, has anyone visited Japan? My #1 place to go. No, I have not yet been there. Alain is on, bonjour, and from Quebec. That dad guy, Navy. I'm in the Navy. Yeah, so Ellie, haven't visited Japan, would love to. It is at the top of my list to one day get to. Don't talk about food. I can't guarantee that. I talk about food a lot. I had cold pizza though for breakfast this morning. Joseph's been to Japan twice. Wow. Ida Marie, it's a bucket list country for her. This is what I like. You guys pose something or a question in the group, whether it was about Valentine's Day or now about going to visit Japan, and that's where we're leading off in our conversation. 23 people on, 10 thumbs up. Wonderful. You put ranch dressing on your cold pizza? Well, it's popular for dipping your crusts in for sure. I'm a big fan of cold pizza. This was a Domino's supper last night. That's what we decided to have, so we usually get enough that there's left over in the morning. Plus, my son was working again today. He's worked for like 12 days in a row now, so he took leftover pizza for part of his lunch. Studio Ghibli, yeah, some great movies have come out of that way, Christopher. Really fun stuff to watch. Ellie's got Japan on her bucket list as well. I have not heard of that, Basil. There's a beach in Japan where elements of snow, sand, and sea come together. Donna said 43 years ago, our military place broke down. Military plane broke down in Japan, and we couldn't leave the base, but we could ride the on base, see some of the outside sites. Okay, so you have been technically to Japan. Sounds cool. Totori Sand Dunes, Conan Beach. That's where it is, okay. Carla's been to Japan and lived there for 7 months, traveled a lot with her friends. Hopefully be back in a year. Awesome. So are you there, when you go for that long, are you there teaching? Are you taking a sabbatical from work and going over to do that? How does it work if you go for 7 months? I know now, yes, Basil. Whether I can remember will be another thing, but if I ever get the chance to go to Japan, there'll be lots of research before we go of sites and things that we want to see. Johnny says, how big is Trump's Greenland case over there in Denmark. It's pretty big. It's on the news that he wants to buy Greenland. I don't think it will happen, and you guys in Denmark have a say in that. It's your territory. Right now, everyone's talking about his tariffs. So there's our political blip in the thing. We don't normally talk politics here. Roger says he hopes to visit Japan in the near future. I hear it's a great place for record hunting, especially for Connie Francis records. Got to get that Connie Francis reference in. Isabel also likes Studio Ghibli, but has seen some of the movies. Don was in Norway in 1963 on a layover. Don, where are you located again? I know I'm pretty sure you're in the States, but I can't remember what state you're in. Basil's got a few Greenlandic stamps. Ida Marie says Greenland's nothing. They have many more issues. Yes, Canada has a land border with Greenland. Idaho. Okay, thanks. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't, so I do apologize. At least I remembered you were in the U.S. Carla says she was living in Japan as an exchange student during her last semester in college, so I was studying engineering subjects there. Okay. That must have been impressive. Were you studying them in Japanese as well, or were you at a university that had English subjects? Whenever I see images of Greenland, it kind of reminds me, well, not necessarily the mountainscape or but the area, the fishing, all that kind of reminds me of here in Atlantic Canada. Johnny, how are things in Denmark right now? I don't hear a lot about Denmark. And have you ever been to the Lego house? Carla's subjects were both in Japanese and English. Wow. Your Japanese must be pristine. Must be great to be able to study in the language. Ida Marie, I did watch Conan go to Greenland and to Japan. He went to Greenland during Trump's first term in office, which was funny when he went over for that. Yeah, watching things like Conan Travels, which is when he went to Japan, really funny to see his take on things. How did I celebrate International Lego Day? I put out a 10-second video on my story on Instagram, and I thought about Lego. I looked at some of the Lego. I didn't build any though, so it was a day that I was doing other videos and things were coming out, so it didn't get any extra mentions. I did buy a couple more Lego sets, but not on that day. I got a couple more flower sets. Not that I need to buy anymore. There's only 4 postcrossers in Greenland? I didn't know that. That'd be amazing to get a postcard from one of them, then the numbers must be so small. Yes, there was an International Lego Day last week. Yeah, the Lego sets that I built with my daughter not too long ago, they're still around, but there some new ones have come out, which I picked up, a small orchid and a bamboo set. You may have seen that if you watched that story. It was in that video. I haven't put them together yet, but there are some other floral sets coming out too. I think at least 2 more this year, if not 3. And a new Lego helmet too is coming out, Star Wars helmet. Gary didn't get any Lego for Christmas. What a sad Christmas. Johnny says it is really good, but cold and wet. I've been there several times as a kid, and with my own kids, it's only 2 hours away from. Oh, that's nice and close. All right, Johnny. When I come over to Denmark, I'll stay with you and we'll travel together. It gives me a free place to stay. I'm just kidding. But it is on my list of places that I would love to see one day. I've seen lots of videos about it, but would love to experience it myself. Lego is expensive, yes. I try to buy it when I can find it clearance. Places like Costco that mark it down because they buy in bulk. You can get it cheaper that way. Sometimes on Lego Online too has sets that are marked down. When I go to Montreal to see my daughter, I go to the Lego store there and I've gotten clearance sets or sets where points that I've accumulated because I buy Lego. I'm able to get discounted sets as a result. So you just have to look for the bargains when you can. And it's only a bargain if you feel it's a bargain to you. As a collector, there are certain things that I want to continue to have in my collection. There are lots of things I'd love to have, but I don't have the space nor the extra money to get them. So you have to make sacrifices sometimes. Joe got a post-crossing postcard from Greenland last year. Oh, the number must have been small. Lucky you. Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle. I don't have the new ones. I have one of the old versions of it downstairs you may have seen. They put out so many sets. So, like I said, you have to pick and choose. Do I have Lego stamps? I was given, Charlie sent me some Lego stamps from the Netherlands, Lego minifigure stamps. So I did get those. And I think I have a couple stamps too that might have the brick on it. There was one that came out with just a red brick, a 2x4 brick on it. But I was really happy to get the minifigure stamps from the Netherlands when they came out 2 years ago. And that was all based on generosity. Somebody watched That Dad Guy, and so she reached out and said, "Can I send you these stamps? I think you might like them." I'm like, "If you want to send them to me, I'd love to have them." So she did. Yeah, that newest Lego set is quite expensive. What's different about that one versus the one that I have, the more original one, I guess, is that the new one is made mostly with little tiny pieces. So I guess you get a lot more creativity in it because you're using small pieces. The one I have is a lot larger piece, so you don't have as many towers and things in it. I also saw a hedgehog video today. Okay. "22 people on, 12 thumbs up. Very nice. Thank you, thank you." How has it been 30 minutes already? Wow. We've flown by with stuff. Isabel's probably back to work by now. Lunchtime must be over. Gary likes the white artistic sets of Lego, like the Eiffel Tower. So the miniature ones or the postcard sets that Lego puts out. Oh, Isabel's still here. Okay. I thought you went back to work. Or maybe you're back to work, but you're secretly still watching. When's the next stamp show? Next weekend. So I have to line up the next few countries that I need in my father's collection to see what other stamps I can find. I also have a mini project for the giveaway this month that I'm working on too. That will be at the stamp show next week that I'll be looking for. Plus I'm going to need some more Vario pages. I've done a pretty good job this week. It's getting heavy. Of going through and putting stamps. You can see there's a couple stamps. Every page or section of pages is a different country. So I will be breaking them off into binders. You can see down there by the filing cabinet. Oh, get my finger going the right way. Right down there. some binders. So I will be turning those into different countries and putting stamps in that way. So something I have to do after I get back from the stamp show, if I can find some more Vario pages. Carla's grandparents used to buy Lego for her brother and her. So if you still have those, hang on to them. They're great. Or if you don't want them anymore, you want to put them in a box, you can send them up north. Either way, enjoy Lego. That's what I always say. It's fun. The original ones where you can just build whatever you want. I love that creativity. But I do like the fact that the new ones now are things of pop culture that we enjoy watching or seeing. So can have a little bit of it for ourselves when we build the sets. Marzi Cat's still here, but on her phone, can't type on this tiny keyboard. Well, that makes it difficult. I'm on my phone too, but I'm not doing a lot of typing. I'm just doing all the talking. However you watch or join, I appreciate you guys being here. I know with 21 people on, there are some people just watching on their televisions where they can't type at all. So I appreciate whoever is on, and if you can communicate, great. Thank you so much. I know some people are putting little party signs, especially when we talked about Donna and Joe's birthday. They came up, little balloons. There have been little hearts going on the side. Yeah. We've even had some people, not this time around, but there have been some super chats come through too. Oh, I missed something along the way. Thank you, Ida Marie. I'm trying to do well with the organization. It's making a big difference in the room to be a little bit more organized, and I feel better mentally as a result, not feeling like the whole office is going to collapse on me. Joe's been looking for a 1983 for a birthday pack of all the Canadian stamps. They're out there. eBay would have them. You can buy the books. They're pretty cheap. I was watching on his laptop. Are Legos any cheaper in Denmark to buy? From what I've seen from videos, they aren't. But Johnny, you can tell me, or tell all of us. Good thing, good mother Donna hanging on to all the stuff from Joe's childhood. He will appreciate that. Johnny says his father-in-law was really into building Lego. When he died 3 years ago, most of it got sold. You got the big British bus. Oh, it's a shame that all the other stuff didn't stay in the family. The room feels much larger with the bookshelves and everything off the floor. And yeah, it's the same space, but it feels much larger than it was before, not bumping into everything all the time. Oh, Christopher's multitasking. He's watching on his TV, but typing on his tablet. Look at you go. Was that Smokey's latest video? I hadn't gotten a chance to sit down and watch that one yet either. I probably will today if I get a moment after this video goes out and this live stream's done. He said, I think it was like the top 5 things to get back into your stamp collecting. I think that's what he titled it. Was that the video you're talking about? Okay, you watched it yesterday, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple that I'm behind on. That one of Smokey's I'm behind on. The one of Olia decorating I'm behind on. Jilly B and Renee haven't put out anything lately, so I haven't haven't been able to see anything new from them. It's just a short 10-minute video. Yeah, it's not going to take long to watch. Are you saying my videos are too long these days? I get mixed reviews on that. Some people say, I liked when your videos were only 10 or 15 minutes long, and other people say, the longer the better. I just enjoy watching. So I'm sorry if they're too long, and I apologize if they're too short. So they are what they are. That's how I go these days. That if I have lots to say, they get to be longer. Choose what you want to collect. It's too easy to collect everything. Yeah, just collect what you like. Christopher's got some stuff on his list to watch. You only watch ones that are interactive like mine? Is that what you said? Okay. Christopher says my videos are not long enough. Johnny says everything's expensive in Denmark, but you can buy directly from Lego. It should be cheaper, or you know someone who works at Lego, you can get it really cheap. Oh, well, if you know anyone that works at Lego and wants to hook me up, let me know, Johnny. Always looking for those discounts wherever you can. No, you're not going to please everyone on the internet, that's for sure. Item rewatches videos at work. Don't get caught. Charney, I haven't seen her latest video either. She put one out too about all her stamp collecting for the last year as well. Olia's our worker. Thank you, Monty and Violet, for that. So yeah, I love her videos. They're short and sweet with the music. She does such a great job with her decorating. Which is my longest video? I don't know. Gary started a new job. Well, congratulations. No chance at watching videos at work. Not anymore, but used to know someone that worked at Lego. Well, get on it. Find someone new. Have you organized fan meets in your region? Signed autographs? No. I don't think hardly anybody knows who I am. I am not a big YouTuber, so I'd be surprised if that ever happens. I was at a train show, and I did have someone come up to me and say they watched my videos. And I was also at a car show and had someone come up. So that's my biggest claim to fame, is that I have had a couple people at events that I usually film at say they've seen me. So I was very pleased with that. Yeah, Olia's YouTube channel is called In Postcards. Thank you, Basil. I haven't organized a post-crossing event. I did, Sophia did all the work for creating the cards and stuff like that. All I did was reach out to local people to let them know that it was taking place when she did one here in Moncton. It would be quite interesting one day to be able to have an event such as that, where that dad guy, fill in the blank at the end, has a meetup. And whether anybody would turn up. I know last week someone had mentioned merchandise for the channel. So, I don't know. I think we have to be bigger than this. Gary's got a meetup in Burnaby next week, so that'll be good. I heard you were buying a few cards for that. Put this aside back here. I tend to leave the desk open. You know, it can be closed, but I'm not at that point yet. I like to have the extra surface. Eric in Hong Kong is sending me some messages and pictures on Instagram now, so they keep popping up at the top of the screen. So Eric, if you're watching this, I will check them out later on. Yeah, I hope your meetup next weekend, Gary, is well attended. It's fun meeting up with other post-crossers at these events and seeing who's into the same sort of things you are. And you can always spread the word about that Dad Guy channel while you're there too. Basil would like a new meetup in Goa. That would be good. I'm sure anybody who lives in Europe has a post-crossing meetup somewhere relatively close by. There are so many post-crossers there. Gary's in Surrey, British Columbia, here in Canada on the West Coast. Thank you, Christopher, for subscribing to Olia's channel. She'll appreciate it. I don't know if she's still on now watching or not. Or if her mother Lena's on either. Ida Marie saw a cool meetup at the Vatican. That would be awesome. What a great place to have a meetup. Well, there you go, Joseph. If you've got another postcrosser in Nevada, you guys could start your own meetup. I bet you people would attend. And you might find some people come out of the woodwork that you didn't know were postcrossers that were there. Gary says there's a couple meetups in March in Quebec. Yeah, Quebec City has a lot of meetups too. There are a lot of postcrossers between Quebec City and Montreal. There actually are quite a few meetups in the United States too, just maybe not in your area. I know there's regular ones that are happening in California, and there are some in Texas. So you just have to go to the meetup page on the Postcrossing website and check out where they are and when they are. Isabel says there's a meetup 6.5 hours away from her. Chile. That's a bit of a drive for a meetup. You would have to be making a long weekend of that one. You can search for postcrossers in your area under the search tab at the top of the Postcrossing website. You can put in Falmouth and it will tell you, or you can put in the state or province you're in, and we'll break it down. So that's how you're allowed, and you're allowed to send 10 messages a day. I think that's the maximum. 10 or 20, I can't remember. I think it's 10 though. Joe would like to go to the Vatican. It is a beautiful city-state. I've been fortunate enough to be there once. And they put out some nice postage stamps too. Oh, excuse me. I don't mean to yawn. I'm not bored. Ida Marie's been to the Vatican once before as well. 19 people on, 15 thumbs up. We're getting closer to that even number. 20 people on. I think last week we had a top out at 32 people, so that was kind of nice. Well, Basil, you're closer to the time when you're actually supposed to go to bed anyway, so it makes sense that you should be yawning. It's only noon here, so or 1:45, so. But I've got a heat dish on behind me. The door is closed, so this room is getting a little warmer. Leaning back like this, I look huge. I'm not huge. Almost supper time for Christopher, as you are 4 hours ahead of me. There you go. Gary just searched. There's 79 people just in Surrey, British Columbia that he can connect with. So who knows how many of them will be at that Burnaby meetup. Oh, there's Eric from Hong Kong. Like I said, I saw your messages popping up from Instagram. We'll check them out later on. I got a couple things to do after I finish this live stream, and my sister may be arriving at any moment too. That might be another reason we might cut this off soon if she's going to be showing up. But thank you so much for the pictures you've been sending. It's nice to see Hong Kong. Just got a message from my sister. She won't be here by 1 o'clock. Okay, that just popped up. They're over visiting my parents right now, so they're getting a nice visit. Have we come to the end of the topics and things that we want to discuss this week? We've covered a lot of things over the last 45 minutes. Ida Marie, you got a postcard from someone in Hong Kong, a postcrosser? I always enjoy when she's on the videos today. She won't be in this particular one, so she won't make it for the live stream to make an appearance, and she's not in my Stamp of the Month video. But she likes being in the videos, so when she comes to town, we try to shoot something. So next time she's here and I'm here and we have some stuff to do, maybe even the summer ones. We really had a lot of fun going around to different places and exploring it together and making videos. So we'll try to do something like that again. Is it Groundhog's Day tomorrow? The 2nd of February? Are we that close to it already? Wow. I did not know that. Gary is going to be in Halifax and Bridgewater in late June. Oh. You should come to Moncton. What brings you to Halifax? Oh, other than a plane, but why are you specifically coming to Nova Scotia? Joseph likes the videos when we walk around together. All right. That's good to know. We might do some more of those. The exploration and lunch was fun. Yes, that was at the boardwalk, wasn't it? I think we did that one. Yeah, I think so. At the Magnetic Hill Village. Oh, we always do lunches together, so maybe we will do another video where we'll go out to lunch. What's Groundhog's Day? Well, that is where a marmot, a rodent called a groundhog, will tell us whether or not we have either 6 more weeks of winter or whether spring is coming early. Just like the film Groundhog's Day with Bill Murray. So here in Atlantic Canada, we have Shubenacadie Sam. He's the groundhog in Nova Scotia that predicts whether or not our winter is going to continue or whether we're going to have an early spring. Roger, next stamp show is next weekend. It's a funny Bill Murray movie. Yeah, Punxsutawney Phil is the one in the United States, or at least the one closest to us in Pennsylvania. He also predicts the weather. There are a few of them. There's one in Ontario, Canada has one too. Yeah, there's a few different groundhogs around. Wyerton Willie in Ontario. Thank you, Gary. I knew someone would come up with it. We don't find Africans here. Why? All other continents are represented. Let's excuse Antarctica. I don't know. African, that dead guy hasn't made it to Africa yet, I guess. There is technically someone from Africa that watches, and that's Louis from Spain. He works in Africa. So some of the time he's living in Africa. And yes, the premise of Groundhog's Day is that Bill Murray's character wakes up every morning reliving the same day over and over again until he changes something in his life. It's one of those feel-good stories. Gary's a big geocacher. So is that why you're coming to Nova Scotia for a geocaching event? No, it would be nice. It would be nice to have people in Africa commenting and being on these live streams. Especially when I get to the point where I'm going through the African stamps for my father, too. Joe says he's never understood geocaching. It's just like a treasure hunt. It's going out and finding things that have been put away, almost like the pirate's treasure, hidden in the woods, hidden in a log, under a bridge, beside a building. In theory, I like it. I've done it a couple times, not very successful at it. My wife was more successful at it than I was. Eric's watching on a 5G home internet. Far fewer post-crossers in Africa. You don't have to be a post-crosser to watch that dad guy, though. As you can see, we have lots of stamp lovers. There's Stephen from Australia's on. Welcome, welcome. You made it here in time. Isabel's going back to work. Looks like stamps, geocaching goes hand in hand. I met many people who do both. Yeah, post-crossers and geocrossers definitely go hand in hand. Yeah, Oceania is now represented. Finding a Harry Potter geocache. Okay. Now we're getting all the highs to Stephen now that he's joined. Did you wake up to join this? Did you just realize that it was going on? We're 50 minutes. We're almost at the end of it, Stephen. All right, everybody get your hellos in. Nice to have Stephen here. But we are wrapping this thing up here in a minute. I think your questions have come to an end for the week. How many postcards have I sent to Africa via postcrossing? 0. I've never received a African country as a destination, nor have I received the a card from there. So that definitely tells you that not as many postcrossers in Africa. You fell asleep in front of you, just woke up. Well, I'm glad you woke up, at least for part of it. So you're represented. And thank you for the limerick. I did it at the beginning when you were sleeping. So you have to go back and watch it again if you like, and read everybody's comments. Everybody's saying hello. You say hello, and I say goodbye. Hello, hello. All right. Anything else? What? You love the sweater a lot, I guess. This one, well, it's not the same one I wore the last 2 days, but I do wear this one quite often. It is a lot thicker, so it keeps me warmer. So I do have, let's say, 3 or 4 that are a lot thicker. There's a heavy blue one I wear a lot too, same reason. No, Monty got a card from Algeria, but none from South America. Sweat. Yeah, they got 2 postcards from South Africa. Very nice. The symbol, yeah. The comments usually take 24 hours to appear if she's part of the replay group. I didn't know that. Okay. Stephen's done a direct swap with a woman in Kenya. Cool. Gary's gotten one card from Brazil. I've got a few from Brazil. Some from Chile, of course. All right. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to go on and do the other things, get ready for my sister, and get that video for Stamp of the Month out there so you guys can enjoy that. Other than that, we will see you definitely next Saturday. Whether I'll be at the stamp show when I do it or not, we shall still see, depending on what's going on there at the time. But we'll have the live stream then. And we'll, I'm not sure this Wednesday. We'll see you this Wednesday, whether I'm doing a You Choose post-crossing video. I have another appointment that day too, so I might not be going live on Wednesdays, but definitely next Saturday. All right, you guys, have a magical week.